This is a quick overview of the Santa Monica Filtration RAIN2 Waterfall Algae Scrubber, first new version since 2008. So this is pretty exciting. Let's just take a quick look at this here, and what you see here in the picture is what comes in the box as of right now. So you have the typical, this is the Waterfall with the green grabber screen. It's a 2 cube size, and with a little red cap on the end here. You can have a choice of caps. We'll just give you a choice, and we'll throw both in for right now, and you can decide which one you like better. This is a 2mm thick screen, because we have the option of a 1mm thick, but that's 2mm, and it's rough on both sides. This is the tray, the custom molded tray. We'll show you that. Here is the lid, the dome lid with the Gem 5 lights inside, and you can choose from 1, 2, or 4 of the Gem lights. We'll show you that here in a second. Here's the Gem lights power supply with the 4 plugs, because if you have 4 lights you can decide how many you're going to plug in. And here's the little fittings which are going to go on the bottom. We'll show you here in just a second. So starting with the exciting part, which is the basic waterfall, which everyone kind of knows. Depending on how I twist it here, you can kind of see what's going on here. So there's nothing new about this. It's a typical pipe. This is a 1-inch PVC with elbow and with a slot, and then this is a 6-inch by 4-inch green grabber screen. And the one new thing here for this is that you just pull off the cap here, and you slide that right out like that, and then you've got your little tabs here on the end of the, if you can see them against the black background, little tabs there just slide right in to the slot. So the slot is open. The slot is open here on the end. It goes in like that. Okay, and then the cap goes on just like, if you can see that, goes on like that. And then, but some people might like this other more solid cap. This is a PVC cap, so you can choose which one that you like. We'll throw both of those in to start out here, but this is typical, so no need to explain this. It does connect here to the special molded tray. Here's the coupler here. Okay, the coupler here even has a nice logo on the tray here. The top of the tray is textured to hold on to loose algae that falls off and collects here, so that way it will help prevent the algae from going down the drain. Typical drain here, you can put a 1-inch bulkhead in there, the 1-inch inside diameter. This of course is bigger than 1 inch. It's up to you. The bulkhead's not included, so you might want to run it without, and then or you can add a bulkhead later and then just decide, you know, if you need a drain pipe at all, because this thing you can set down low to right on top the level of the water. So you can set it here even slightly under the water level in your sump if you want to. And this is a sump only scrubber. You don't want to put this anywhere else. Alrighty, so that's the tray. And then we have the dome, which is the lid here. Okay, this is fabricated ABS industrial type plastic. It's really nice. Okay, so that was built by plastics people. Inside this one is 4 lights. Okay, you can see the 4 Gem 5 lights, but you can order just 1 if you want, or 2. So we'll plug those in real quick here. You've got the 4 cables, and depending on how many you plug in, you should always start with 1 when it's new anyway, because you know you don't want to overpower your screen. So that's 1 light there, and then let's see, try to get this all on the screen. Here's a light here. Here's another one here, and there's another one there. Okay, so it's pretty explanatory as to how that works. So anyone that you're not using, any light that you're not using, just put these caps on, because it needs to have these caps on in order for the non-plugged in lights to work. Okay, so it'll come with 1 plugged in. And those Gem 5 lights are water submersible. Okay, and they can take high temperature and everything. You can drop this in the water and run it that way if you want to, no problem at all. On this side here is a little grommet, keeps almost all the light in. So at nighttime, when this thing's in position, from the side you will only see a little dot of red light right here. Almost nothing gets out of under the tray. And however much light you want to come in through the bottom, that's up to you. The sun's going to get out this hole. If you put a black bulkhead there, it's going to block, you know, a lot of it. If you put a black pipe, it's going to block all of it. So that's totally up to you. In position, of course, the dome, the lid, just goes right on. Because see, the cables are out of the way. The cables are, you know, tucked out of the way. And it fits just like that. So there you go. So this thing can sit, this is how you're going to be running it. This thing can sit on a shelf right here. You can drill holes in the shelf for the feed pipe and the drain, or you can just put a shelf right here and you don't need to drill any holes at all. Alrighty, so here are the fittings. The fittings that come with it are going to be, first of all, if you want a hard pipe, this is standard 1-inch American. Let me move the black thing out of the way. This is standard 1-inch American Schedule 40 PVC all the way across. So right here. So in order to hard pipe to that, we have this 1-inch PVC extender. Okay. So it just goes into it like that, and then this is basically 1-inch pipe. You're just gonna use a coupler and connect to 1-inch pipe right there, your own coupler. And then if you had some 1-inch hard pipe, it's going to go like this, and then you're just going to supply a connector, a coupler, just like that. If you're going to cement this in, of course you would have to if you're hard piping, leave a little gap right there, just a little. It's hard to show that gap. Leave a little gap here. So if you change your mind, you can hacksaw this piece off, and then you just can remove that. Look at that. And then just get a new pipe, and then you can do everything, you know, from scratch, because this is standard pipe right here. So yes, this does just connect just like that. Boom, and you're back in to the game. Okay, just like that. So in the inside, that's where this piece slides in, and you might be guessing what this larger, let's see if I can turn that mic so you can see it. There we go. This larger hole, of course, is for the important pole mount. One of the great usefulness factors about this thing is the pole mount. Okay, the pole mount, and the pole mount's not included. Okay, so you're going to supply your own 2-inch Schedule 40 PVC pipe. I have one right here. I'll be using in a little test setup. But look how easy. Done. There's your mount. Okay, so if you can see that. There we go. So that sits on the bottom of your sump. If you want to build this yourself, it's just a piece of 2-inch PVC Schedule 40. This is called a flange, a flange cap or flange adapter, 2-inch, and I've got it cemented onto this piece of PVC plate here, which is in this case is 1/4 inch. So it's really solid. I mean, you're not going to break it, and it's not even permanent, so it comes out. Hold on. Well, when you're feeling more strong, this thing actually will come out. There we go. Sorry about that. So your flange adapter right there, and this just plugs right into it like that. You can get those online anywhere. But you may not even want the pole mount, but if you do, you can have this any length, including all the way down to the water level in your sump. Water is not going to hurt anything here. So when it comes time to clean, okay, so your water goes into the pipe here, comes up and feeds into here. There we go. And the water goes right up and down to the screen. And if you're wondering how to get water into the pipe, you can do it however you like. Some people can have one of these, but whatever kind of a plumbing trick you're going to use, and you put a little, a tubing thing like this on the side, and then that can go here, and then your bigger pipe there. Also, you can use this for a soft pipe. I mean, you can use it for vinyl tubing like this. Let's say you want to use vinyl tubing instead of hard piping. So you put this adapter in here, and then you put this little thing here, which is included, and then the little 3/4 inch hose barb, and boom, you're now ready to connect 3/4 inch vinyl tubing to that, and that'll be really easy to do because a lot of you do that anyway. Okay, so that's that. So I think that's just about it. When it comes time to clean, you just take this whole thing to the sink, or just pull out the screen like that. Can't get easier than that. And cleaning's really easy because you just reach into there with a brush or whatever, or just take that out. See? This tray is pretty much the center of the whole thing, because this makes all this possible in a low-cost fashion. That and the underwater Gem 5 lights. Because without that, you end up with these big contraptions like we used to make, the big waterfalls, which are just ridiculous. So, just to recap what's included in the kit is you're going to get, and it might even come exactly like this, as a matter of fact, because it fits right in the box easily, the cap, the lid, power supply, of course, and you can add Gem 5 lights anytime. If you only order 1 or 2, you can add the other lights anytime, and all you do is silicone them in. There'll be little markers on there where to put them, and then you silicone in here and here. A little dot of silicone here, and a dot of silicone here, and then just run the wire out the grommet here, and the next day it'll be dry and ready to go. But I think most people are going to run it, or want to run it, on a pole mount, because that's the real power of this, and you can just lower it right down. You can just lower it right down to where you want it to be. Okay, really easy. Make this really short, and you'll have all kinds of ways of doing your own plumbing, no problem. Your own plumbing support, however you want to do that. But you can make this as short as you want, way down out of the way, because you're not going to hurt this with water at all. The water level can be right here, no problem. So you can have this down like this, and then just take that, take it to the sink, and you're good to go. So that is the RAIN2, with lots of patents pending, of course, on the lights and the screen and the stuff that you see here. So all that's going on, and it's now ready for order. We were taking pre-orders before, but now it's ready for order. And unless we get too many, we'll be able to keep up. It shouldn't be a problem. Again, you're going to get the 1-inch pipe extender, this little adapter right here, and a 3/4 inch hose barb right here, and a choice of these 2 red caps for now. And then later on, we'll decide which cap most people like the best. So there you go. I hope you like your RAIN2 from Santa Monica Filtration.